I'm fucking deep in Tennessee with my brothers from the 3. We quick to click and break the peace. No respect for what they.
So hi guys, it's me again, and now I will show you the following activities that we have encountered in chapter 2, configuring a network operating system. So first, as you can see, activity access methods. So instructions: select the most appropriate cases method for each scenario. So number 1, you are in the equipment room with a new switch that needs to be configured. So I think it will fall into console. So because as the sentence say, you're in the equipment room, so you can use a special cable. So by default, console, according to my initial knowledge about console, so console use a special cable. By default, conveys the device startup, debugging, and error messages. Does not require active networking services. Yun daw pag console. So I think this one will fall to console. So your manager gives you a special cable and tells you to use it to configure the switch. So I think it will also fall into console because of the special cable, as I already said a while ago on the previous scenario. So last, number 3, you access to iOS by using another intermediary device over a network connection. So I think it is for Telnet or SSH. By my initial knowledge about Telnet, Telnet is a method for remotely establishing serialization of a device through virtual interface over a network. Requires active network services on device. SSH and SSH Secure Shell Protocol provides remote login with more secure network services than Telnet. Has a stronger password authentication and uses encryption when transporting session data. Requires active. Also, it also requires active networking access. So, as you can see, as I said, both Telnet or SSH requires uses remote access where you can access the network remotely or without any use of a special cable. So let's check. It always says incorrect. Now let's move on to another activity. Configure switch host name. So it says we're on a privilege exec mode. We're going to access the global configuration mode by typing configure terminal. So now, as you can see, we're now on global configuration mode, and we will have to configure the switch host name. So what we have to do is to type host name space sw dash floor dash 1. So press enter. Oh, I'm sorry, it should be host name space hw dash floor dash. That this one was underscore. Sorry for my mistake. So enter. So successfully configured the switch host name. So let's move on to another activity. So password encryption. So as you can see, we are on global configuration mode. So we have to type service password and I will dash and it says we have to exit global configuration mode and view the running configuration. So we have to type exit, and as well as as you can see, we are now on user exec mode, and I think it's now we have to type show running config. So it says we have successfully encrypted the plain text passwords. So let's move on to another activity, which is limiting the access to switch. So first we have to encrypt all the passwords, secure the privilege exec access, secure the console access, and lastly secure the VTY access. So first we have type service password encryption. What do I have? Let's enter the full command. Type. Where's my typographical error? Service pass. Oh, it has no R. I'm sorry. So now we have to secure the privilege exec access with the password class or class. Enable secret class. I'm running out of battery, so enter. So secure the console line, use the password Cisco and allow login. So now we have to type line console 0, then password Cisco, and then login. Okay, and now secure the first 16 VTY lines, use the password Cisco and allow login. So line, so it says first 16, so we have to type line VTY 015. It starts with 0, and also use the password Cisco. Password Cisco and password syscode. Now, and we're going to allow login. So we have successfully limited the access to switch. So let's move on to another activity. IP verifying Windows PC IP configuration. So it says PCs typically have default to using DHCP for automatic IPv4 address configuration. So now let's try to enter the command to display IP configuration on a Windows PC. So we just have to type IP config, and so we can clearly see the Windows IP configuration. So it says you have successfully displayed the IP configuration on a Windows PC. So now let's move on to our last activity, which is configure a switch virtual interface. So we have to enter interface configuration mode for VLAN 1. Configure the IP4 address as 192.168.10.2 and then subnet mask as 255.255.255.0 and enable the interface. So we have to type interface VLAN 1 and then IP address 192.168.10.2 and then the subnet mask was 255.255.0. Then no have to enable, so shut down. So it says interface VLAN 1 change state to up. So it says you have successfully configured the switch virtual interface for VLAN 1. So that's all for today's video for activities in chapter 2, and thank you for watching.
Bitch, get off of me, I'm bunking deep in Tennessee.